I guess, start at the beginning.
It takes one victim to come forward, and then when one victim comes forward, other victims come forward.
And I find myself sitting here talking about having been abused as a kid. And I didn't even have a clue that was true until 2 years ago. I'm 61 years old.
And why haven't they before? They say, because I thought I was the only one, or I didn't think anyone would believe me.
When I was in the 3rd grade, there was this computer teacher who kind of took me under his wing. He had taken me to his house and molested me for the first time.
I had accepted it for so long and internalized it, and that I must be at blame or at fault, that I'd wanted it in some way.
I had been treated by some people that I loved and told that I wasn't worth a damn thing.
But my abuse started when I was 6. It was a family member.
And I just felt so empty and ashamed, like after those things would happen.
And those of us who were harmed, were wounded as children, have to deal with the conflict between those wounds and the message that we all receive as men.
I thought there was something wrong with me, you know? It happened to me because I wasn't a man.
In that masculine-oriented, competitive world, there is no room for vulnerability.
Being sexually abused, I can't ignore the impact that has had on my life, but it's not all of Tony.
We are seeing in being completely open, completely public about what happened to us. We will communicate that it's possible to cast off that shame and that stigma and talk to somebody.
And a voice that said, you know, they can't hurt your spirit. They can hurt your flesh, but they can't hurt your spirit.
I'm looking for the aha moment, and I found it almost immediately as soon as I acknowledged publicly what happened to me.
The longest journey in life is going to be just that one step within.
Finally, the love and the light had broken through all of the pain and the fear. And that's when my life changed.
Really, I just ask each man to tell his story exactly the way he wants to. We have no plans to end the Bristlecone project at some number of survivors, and we will continue on into the future for as long as there are men who want to volunteer.